The guy on the phone sounded a little overly excited to get a deal done quickly. I could tell he was nervous.
It was a good call. And I'm not saying your instincts aren't right on. But what happens next time if you're wrong? I mean, ELQ closes multi-million-dollar deals all the time. And it's pretty clear that Edward wants to believe you're some kind of business genius. You sure you want all that pressure?
I don't think there's a problem with Edward taking Michael's advice.
I didn't mean to sound like I'm against Michael weighing in on company decisions. I was just trying to warn him that after what happened today, Edward will definitely want him to take on more responsibility.
Well, I feel confident that Michael will handle anything that Edward throws his way. Trial by fire is sometimes the quickest way to learn, right?
Good point. Just be ready. If you're okay being Edward's new star, things are going to get pretty intense, pretty fast. I'll see you guys in a few.
Bye.
Didn't you warn me not to go giving Edward advice, considering I know nothing about business?
There you are, Asher. So what have you done today to inspire my confidence? Made me pots of money?
Trying. The good news is we closed the Asgard Securities deal for a lot less than anticipated.
Excellent. Good work. That was the good news. Now what's the bad news?
Well, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but the truth is, Edward's giving Michael all the credit.
Michael. Michael? Michael? That's ridiculous. Oh, well, would you look at that? Isn't that sweet? You get a nice big office so you can close the door and play footsie with your little stripper. What a fabulous summer job.
This is supposed to be my office. The door's closed and you didn't knock.
And that makes it okay for you to have a nooner with a hired help on company time.
I am so sorry, Mrs. Quartermaine. It was my fault, and I promise
No,
it will not
Abby, it's fine.
happen again.
Look, if I want to kiss my girlfriend in my office, that's my business, not yours. You need to respect my privacy.
Really?
Really, get out of my office.
Michael and I were in a relationship before we got this job.
Well, our standard of conduct here at ELQ is a little higher than the last place you worked, so I would appreciate it if you would focus on answering phones, fetching lattes, and not grinding your coworkers.
You need to start showing Abby some respect, you're going to get sued.
Why am I not surprised to find you in the middle of this hubbub?
I was just checking in to see how Michael's doing.
Mm-hmm. So what's the problem?
Well, apparently his biggest accomplishment today was to get to first base with his girlfriend.
Well, that's a lie. She's trying to make it sound a lot worse than it actually was.
It was my fault. I gave Michael a quick little kiss. It was nothing more than that, but I realize it is inappropriate for the workplace. And I'm sorry. I promise it will never happen again.
Nonsense. I own this company, and I personally see nothing wrong with exchanging a little affection in the workplace. It's good for morale.
Oh, give it a rest. If it was anybody else, they'd be out the door, and you know it. And you also know that Michael and his girlfriend have no business being here.
That's quite enough, Tracy. The reason we were able to close the Asgard Securities deal was because of Michael, for a song. He has inherited my business instinct, and I want to capitalize on that. I think we have a young genius on our hands.
Did you just call this 19-year-old delinquent a genius?
I would be happy to show you the numbers on the Asgard deal. You should see what we got it for thanks to Michael's instinct.
Asher did most of the work on that deal. If you're looking for a rising star, I already found you one.
Asher is a perfectly capable, intelligent young man, but he is no Quartermaine.
Michael is an ex-felon whose only ambition up to this point was to be a mobster. He knows nothing about ELQ or any legitimate business for that matter. And you giving him a position of responsibility at ELQ makes you look like a doddering old fool and ELQ a joke.
Pay no attention to her, Michael. She is jealous because she knows that you are the new breed of Quartermaine. And she's just nervous about performing like you did for us today.
I think Michael will be the first to admit that he still has a lot to learn. And that this is a summer internship, but if we all work together...
Did anybody ask your opinion? Why don't you sharpen a pencil or something?
Damn it, Tracy. Could you show some restraint? I'm sorry, my dear.
It's okay. I will give you guys some privacy.
No, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm not going to let anyone treat Abby like that. I don't care who Tracy thinks she is.
Michael, I am completely on your side. Tracy, you will owe this girl an apology, and I expect one before the end of the day. No excuses.
Give it a rest. She's a big girl. What is she, 35? And considering where she worked before, she's probably heard worse.
That's enough. You will get this done, and you will make things right. I will not allow you to drive away my last best Quartermaine heir.
Come in.
Is that better? I knocked and everything.
What do you really want, Tracy? I'm not in the mood. And by the way, if you ever talk to Abby like that again...
You're gonna go running to my daddy and tattle on me. I know. Kudos to you, kid. You already realized that you can wrap my poor, lonely father around your finger anytime you want.
I had no idea you actually cared about Edward. Last I recall, you said he was a doddering old fool.
My father is a master manipulator, one of the best. But he is facing the end of his life, and he's looking for a replacement. He thinks he's found it in you. But you and I both know you're in way over your head. You have no idea what you're doing and no real interest in ELQ.
You don't know that.
Quit, Michael. Before you do any real damage to the company my father spent a lifetime building. And before he convinces himself that you're really staying.
Michael?
Your golden boy is gone for the day, Daddy.
You know, Tracy, I've always known that you were a poisonous snake. But that was a truly disgraceful display earlier, even for you.
Not to change the subject, Anthony Zacchara accosted me earlier today.
Zacchara? That fiend that was on the loose when poor Emily was killed?
That's the one.
What on earth would he want with you?
He wanted to invest in ELQ.
Well, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I hope you told him he could go rot in hell.
I did.
Well, why would a murdering thug like Zacchara come to you with such a preposterous idea? He must be off his medication.
Daddy, you let Michael in. It sends a message. We tolerate crime families here.
Give it a rest, Tracy. Michael is a Quartermaine.
Michael was a Quartermaine raised by a Corinthos. Daddy, you know, I think we ought to put a big neon sign in front of ELQ. Thugs Incorporated. It's a slippery slope, I'm just saying.
Mr. Zacchara.
So, how'd our deal go? The one you were supposed to push through for me today?
Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Edward was talked into a lower bid by his great-grandson, Michael.
I thought you said the kid was going to be a summer intern or something.
That was my initial understanding, but Edward made him a junior exec.
So Michael's already involved with the big money deals, huh? He shut down my bid to destabilize ELQ. I'm not too happy about that. Michael's involvement does make the whole thing a little more interesting.
Why?
Not that it's any of your business, but it gives me another chance to get Sonny's kid under my thumb.
Why would you want to do that? He's not even very bright. You've already got me in place.
I'm paying you to sabotage ELQ so I can use it as a front. Michael, on the other hand, is the ultimate bargaining chip.